Visa and Mastercard are screwing gamers, and it's time to fight back. Alright, gamers, buckle up, because I got some shit to unpack, and it's gonna piss you off as much as it pissed me off watching Asmongold react to penguinz0's video in the aftermath. If you haven't seen them yet, the links will be in the description. Charlie's take and Visa's pathetic response. This whole situation with Visa and Mastercard censoring games is a goddamn dumpster fire. And if you're not furious by the end of this, you're not paying attention. I'm breaking it all down for you. Every detail, every name, every quote, because you nerds deserve the full story, and I'm not half-assing this for my channel. Let's dive in. What the hell is going on? Here's the deal. Visa and Mastercard, these massive payment processors, are flexing their monopoly muscle to decide what games you can and can't buy on platforms like Steam and itch.io. They're not banning illegal shit. Oh no, that'd be too sensible. They're targeting legal games, strong-arming platforms into removing them by threatening to cut off payment processing entirely. Imagine trying to buy a game, and poof, it's gone. Not because it's against the law, but because some corporate suits got their panties in a twist over it. That's the reality we're living in. This all kicked off because a tiny group of loudmouths from Australia called Collective Shout, basically 100 Karens with too much time on their hands, sent about 1,000 emails whining about harmful games on Steam. Visa and Mastercard cave like a house of cards, pressuring platforms to nuke thousands of titles. And it's not just the freaky niche stuff like incest simulators either. Games like Mouthwashing, a psychological horror masterpiece Asmongold called one of the best narrative games I've ever played, got caught in the crossfire for no damn reason. Tens of thousands of games, indie projects, mature titles, you name it, wiped out because these companies are scared of a little bad press. The corporate bullshit. Visa's lame excuse. Visa finally responded to the backlash, and oh boy, it's a masterclass in corporate doublespeak. They sent out this copy-paste email to everyone complaining. Here's the juicy bit. We follow the laws and regulations everywhere we do business. We do not make moral judgments on legal purchases made by consumers. Visa does not moderate content sold by merchants, nor do we have visibility into the specific goods or services sold. Sounds great, right? Except it's a steaming pile of lies. If they don't make moral judgments, why the hell are platforms like Steam and itch.io saying they had to remove games because payment processors threatened to pull the plug? Valve dropped a vague hint in their response to journalists, saying they had to retire certain games because losing payment methods would prevent customers from buying any. Itch.io was even more blunt. They flat out admitted they changed their rules because payment companies threatened to block all payments on their platform. Asmongold saw through this crap immediately, saying, I think they're lying. We need one gamer congressman to pull a Visa rep up and have them say this on record. And then there's this gem from Visa. When a legally operating merchant faces an elevated risk of illegal activity, we require enhanced safeguards. What the fuck does elevated risk even mean? It's vague as hell, and that's on purpose. It's not about illegality. It's about brand risk. If enough people complain, they slap a risky label on it and choke the platform's cash flow. Charlie hit the nail on the head. This is not about protecting kids. It's about control and surveillance. They're playing God with our games, and it's bullshit. The fallout. A chilling effect on gaming. This isn't just about a few games disappearing. It's a full-on assault on gaming freedom. Platforms are so terrified of losing Visa and Mastercard that they're over-censoring, banning stuff that isn't even controversial just to stay safe. Asmongold called it a chilling effect. As soon as companies realize they could lose their payment processing opportunities, they'll be overzealous in removing games ahead of time, so they don't accidentally get in trouble. That means developers, especially small indie ones, are getting screwed, and we're losing access to legal content we have every right to buy. Think about it. You're at the mercy of a handful of whining activists and spineless corporations. Asmongold put it perfectly. You're basically at the mercy of the 100 most annoying women in the world. Think about how terrifying that is. This isn't some fringe issue. It's a power grab by companies acting like pseudo-governments, as he said, deciding what's illegal without any accountability or democratic oversight. Gamers are pissed, and they're fighting back. Good news. Gamers aren't taking this lying down. There's a badass campaign called Operation Fighting Fire with Fire, where people are flooding Visa and Mastercard with calls and emails, mirroring Collective Shout's tactics. The goal? Show these companies that those Karens are a microscopic minority, as Asmongold said, and that gamers, the real customers, won't stand for this. There's already a petition with over 100,000 signatures, and reports say Mastercard's getting so many complaints it's escalated to a higher department. Charlie's video sparked this fire, and Asmongold fanned the flames. You have to play their game. We have to show these companies that these Karens don't represent the average person. Gamers are shouting, hey, these games we want to buy are legal. Let's spend our money. And it's working. Visa's scrambling with their pathetic email, and Mastercard sweating. But it's not enough yet. The bigger picture. This is a war for freedom. This isn't just about games. It's about the future of the internet. If Visa and Mastercard can censor legal content here, what's next? Books? Movies? Political opinions? Asmongold warned, they're creating a government on the internet with no accountability, no democracy, no representation, and no way of stopping it. Charlie echoed that. It's a Trojan horse, a moral pretext to push censorship of dissenting viewpoints. These companies have unchecked power because they're damn near a monopoly. Everyone uses their cards. They're like water or electricity, essential services, and they're abusing that to play morality police. Asmongold's solution? Payment processors should be forced to provide fair access to all legal purchases. If they want to act like editors, the government should hold them accountable for illegal transactions on their platform. 1 hour of that, and they back off real quick. What can we do? Get loud, get angry. So what's the plan, gamers? First, keep the heat on. Call Visa. Email Mastercard. Make their phones ring off the hook until they can't ignore us. Second, hit up your representatives. Tell them these companies are overstepping and screwing over developers and players. Push for shit like the Fair Access to Banking Act to stop this cartel nonsense. Third, support alternatives, crypto, bank transfers, anything to break their stranglehold. And don't buy the think of the children excuse. That's a cheap trick to justify control. If parents can't handle their kids, that's their problem, not ours. Asmongold said it best. The responsibility of keeping kids safe should be given to the parents, not by making the internet shit for everyone. Final rant. This is our fight. Look, the internet used to be a wild, free place where we could buy what we wanted, play what we wanted, and nobody gave a shit. Now, Visa and Mastercard are turning it into a corporate playground where they decide what's risky based on a few loud complainers. If we don't stop this, they'll keep going until you need a friggin' ID to browse Reddit or read a Wikipedia article. So get pissed. Get loud. This is a war for our games, our freedom, and the internet itself. As Charlie said, it's downright dangerous for everybody. And Asmongold, gamers need to rise up. We need a gamer party. Hell yeah, I'm in. Are you? That's it, nerds. Every detail, every quote, laid out so you can scream about it with me. Now go make some noise, or we're all screwed.